This sode would not be possible without the support of our listeners, patrons, and sponsors. If you'd like to learn more about supporting the 3-Bit Gamer Show, check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/3BG. And a huge thanks goes out to our boss-level patrons, Christopher and Patrick. They told us to stay in, to stay quiet, but ours is a voice that cannot be silenced, for it is the voice of the people, the Vox Populi. So we've gathered the best podcasters in the land and set sail toward international waters where our voice cannot and will not be muted. This is Pirate Podcasting, and I'm your host, Peterson, coming to you live from an abandoned oil tanker floating off the coast.
Avast ye! It is I, JP! Would yar like to know what the P be standing for?
Does it stand for
It be
pirate?
standing for pirate!
JP, sorry, I think you missed what I meant by pirate podcasting. See, what I meant is that... Wait, is that cannon fire?
Now listen here, matey! If this be a pirate podcast, then we damned better act like pirates! And what be pirates without cannons? Now, listen up, landlubber, the Coast Guard!
Hey there, fellow pirates. Are you ready for some pirate podcasting? Guys, I stole so much software, I torrented so much content for us that let's just say it made me extremely uncomfortable. I got a bag full of hard drives with like 140 terabytes of games, music, movies.
Whoa, wait, it's that kind of pirate?
No, guys, it's neither of those types of pirates. It's just like what it's called. It's like pirate radio. You know, coming out to the ocean, setting up a radio station when you're not supposed to. Pirate podcasting, get it?
Oh.
Yar, well, your text was pretty unclear. And, the Coast Guard, well, they be after my booty! And by that, of course, I mean my arse.
Guys, I can't get caught with this amount of contraband again. I barely got away with it last time. I'm looking at a $250,000 fine if I get caught again. I gotta burn it.
Yar, help me bar up these here windows.
Guys, you have to stop. We can't seal the room and burn all of Danny's pirated media. There's going to be so much smoke in here.
We know you're in there. Come out with your hands up. You have 1 minute.
Yar! Y'all never take us alive!
It's not burning. I'm gonna start making some
Is
Molotovs.
this seriously what you guys thought I meant when I texted you about doing a pirate podcast?
Freeze! You're under arrest for operating an unlicensed podcast studio! Show me your hands! Don't move! Hands behind your back! People like you make me sick.
Wait, just me?
Yes, just you, punk! Don't try to weasel out of it. We read every text you sent these poor individuals about your sick plan. Yar. Have a jolly good day, officer. Stay safe, Peterson, and you'll live to swashbuckle another day.
Yeah, thanks for stopping by. Say, JP, can you hand me that bottle of gasoline behind you?
Yar. You've just logged into the 2-Bit Pirate Show. Welcome to the 2-Bit Pirate Show. I'm JDP. I'm JP.
This is Peterson getting taken to the clink.
And this is Danny, burning pirated media.
You dumb shit. No wonder you're not a pirate. It's not the clink.
It's the brig. Take him to the brig.
This is real life, JP.
We're walking you to the plank.
Yeah, Unlicensed Podcast Studio is a legit...
Yeah,
what is it called?
it's a felony.
A felony.
They made it a felony now. Welcome to the criminal underworld, Danny. Why do you think we're recording in a basement with all the windows blacked out?
It does kind of look like your basement, so
Yeah.
I guess not much has changed.
Yeah, exactly. The criminal underworld.
Oh, it's more well lit than I thought it'd be.
Live from the 3-Bit Gamer Show. The news.
All right, our news this week, as with all weeks, is brought to us by Crave Cookies, which is still going. They're still going strong.
Still hanging in there.
Because they are bringing us something essential, which is cookies. Like, let's be straight about it.
I need them.
It's so funny.
Guys, I've eaten a lot of cookies during the quarantine.
It's
I'm not gonna
trying
lie to
times.
So I see Crave
bad.
on my Venmo app. Like, there's a news feed for Venmo. Whoever thought we needed that. But it's so funny because they allow pay. You can pay on Venmo in the drive-thru. So you can go through drive-thru. You don't have to touch anything. You pay through
You don't
Venmo.
even hand them your card.
You don't hand them anything, and then they hand you your cookies, and they have the complete clean
They
system.
throw
They've
your
sterilized
cookies at
everything. They slide your cookies down a trough into your mouth. No, and so they have these Venmo notifications. It's so funny. I've seen how many people are like the note they put, the little note they put in the thing is like much needed or like essentials or
Give me
things.
these cookies.
I need these cookies. So check out Crave Cookies. They have a drive-thru. They have delivery. They've got amazing cookies, soda, and pretzels. And you can find them at cravecookies.com. They're in Midvale, Utah. All right. Let's get into some news. I know everyone loves news these days. Right?
Yeah, the news has been an absolute joy to peruse the last few weeks.
I would say, like, it's been really rough since, like, I don't know, 2015. The news has been kind of hard to follow. But it just started hitting real nice in March of
the sweet
2020.
spot.
I'm like, ooh, earthquake? Ooh, million deaths? Ooh.
Yeah.
Love the news
feels
lately.
good.
Super cool. Oh, I liked how it snowed at the beginning of March and at the end of March.
Just like as a nice like bookend
That
to
was
everything.
tight. And then
It's
the
like,
earthquake in the middle
Yep.
of the shit sandwich. Mm-hmm. It was cool. I love the fucking news lately.
Yeah.
Let's do more news.
What else is coming?
God.
So, on that note, we do have some really wonderful news stories. First one's coming from our boy, Randy Pitchford.
Randy Pitchford
He never fails
of
to
medieval
deliver.
times fame.
Yeah. Is that his claim to fame now?
In
Because I
my
do
mind,
love
you
that
say
story.
Randy Pitchford, and I just think of a guy with a USB loaded to bear with child porn hanging out at the fucking.
You haven't
Did you not
heard
hear this?
No.
You know what medieval times is?
Yes.
The like
The jousting restaurant.
show where you
Yeah.
eat,
Yeah, you go after
turkey
BlizzCon.
legs?
Yeah.
and I guess he left a USB.
I'm sorry, a Gearbox branded USB with Gearbox assets, Microsoft assets, and
Tons of porn.
Sony assets, and then an extra folder of child porn. And I'm sorry,
Oh my
it was
God.
barely legal porn. He argued, dude, they're all totally legal. It's just the illusion of being child porn.
Yeah. Dude, this story is like from start to finish just wild.
Yeah,
Why
he's
is
a
he
lunatic.
at medieval times this much?
Why couldn't he get another USB? Why does
Why
he
is
need that
why
on
is he
him?
carrying it around with him?
Like, yeah, what?
Anyway, so that's Randy Pitchford.
Wow.
And
Okay.
he keeps it's okay. He's redeemed himself totally.
Yeah, so Gearbox, his studio, released last year. Last year? I don't know. Everything seems so long.
Time means
Last
nothing.
decade.
At some point,
the 2019 era.
they released Borderlands 3. Now, one of the principal selling points of working for Gearbox is not their salaries, because they actually are paid lower than industry average.
Oh, it's abysmal.
It's bad.
It's real bad.
And they're in Austin, which
Yep.
isn't a cheap place to live.
No, it is not.
Increasingly expensive.
Yeah.
Yep. So their salaries are lower than industry average, but their selling point is that if the game you're working on does really well, and we've talked about this before, then your bonus will be awesome. And with Borderlands 2, for example, they have seen some massive bonuses. And this is a selling point and kind of a promise that they make to the developers. So Borderlands 3 comes out, and we've got, all levels of the people and all levels of the company expecting a large bonus from this game, right? It's Borderlands. And it did sell well. It did really well.
It's still selling well.
It's still going.
They just released their DLC and it's doing well.
And if Borderlands 2 is any indication, they will keep releasing lots of stuff. It's going to be changing. They'll be adding things. So, you had executives who were anticipating six-figure bonuses, employees. buying houses.
Could we just pause on that one for a sec? Yeah, a 6-figure bonus is not something that is no longer a bonus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that
It
is
is.
something that's
It's like another paycheck.
yeah, that factors into your financial
That is
planning.
another annual salary.
You make decisions
Yeah.
on like what you're buying, what you're doing based on that. Sure, son, you can go off to Yale. I got this covered.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
it's crazy
it said-
how much money that is.
It said from Borderlands 2, employees were buying houses with their bonuses
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Like
houses.
a big
This
deal.
is house money.
Yeah, so this is a big deal. And Pitchford comes out and says, "Sorry guys, things aren't going great. You're not getting
Things aren't going great.
you're not getting the bonuses you were anticipating."
You can't even blame this on a pandemic because the gaming industry
Right.
is doing fantastic right now.
Yep.
Like, we are already basically like, yes, there's some struggles with working from home and getting all that set up, but everyone is playing games right now. That they can't even blame it on that. This is just bullshit.
And all their employees are going remote.
Yeah.
I told you Hamill's remote. Like lots of gaming employees, most of them, I would say, are very easy to move remote.
Yeah.
Yep. So they're not getting these bonuses. Of course, people are mad. I mean, they'll get something, but people are
Dude, here's what's gonna
understandably upset.
here's the thing is like I feel this reflects extremely poorly on Gearbox and their ability to continue operating as they have.
Yep.
Which is exploiting people with the promise because now they've blown this. You only get to do this once.
Yep. And you're not going to get people out to your studio with that promise again.
No.
Yeah.
There's no way.
And Pitchford said people that didn't agree with this.
You don't like it?
You're welcome to quit.
You're welcome to quit. That's what Randy Pitchford said. Classy CEO behavior. I don't know. Just this is poor management from top to bottom because they said, well, the game cost us more to make than we anticipated because they switched engines in the middle of development. That's poor planning. Mm-hmm. And then the promise is poor, and the timing and the notification that they wouldn't be getting these bonuses they were anticipating is horrible. People are going to leave for that. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, so you're going to have a brain drain of people that are there, but you're also going to have a drain. Your recruiting capabilities are just
Their
complete.
recruiting capabilities are already awful.
They're
Yeah,
already bad.
exactly.
They're already so bad.
Like that's already a problem in a lot of companies in the gaming industry, but you see what Riot has done and are still doing and have a constant effort to try to scrub their image a little bit so that they can attract people to work at their studio.
Yeah.
Pitchford over the past 8 freaking years has done nothing but deter people from this. I would be shocked if they could even make a Borderlands 4. Honest to God, they could make a game called Borderlands 4 and that would be about it because it is, dude, this is just such a decentivizer. So I'll say for Riot Games, working at Riot Games is a deterrent for women. It's abhorrent for people that are allies of women. But there are definitely people that would still be like, yeah, I'll go work at Riot. I don't give a shit. I love that game, and I don't really give a shit about these politics and crap and whatever. Nobody's going to be like, I'll just go work for no money, and I don't give a shit about money.
Did you say less money, no bonus, no relocation package?
Yeah,
Who
nothing.
are they going to get to do
in.
that? There's literally no audience for that market. So good luck.
And it's in the hub of game development, Austin, Texas?
There's a million other places I could work.
There's
You want me to
so
work for
many.
you for no money?
This sounds great.
Tempting, but
This, again, folks, I'll just reiterate, this is why
Peterson's
people
union
unionize.
talk every time.
Every time. Look, because if you had, look, I am not pro-union
the
because
best.
I work in HR.
Yes.
It is
Imagine how
very
bad
hard.
you guys screwed up. You made Peterson pro-union.
And if they had a union contract, it would clearly state what their bonuses were and what the stipulations behind that bonus is. Mm-hmm. They would know going into it. There would be no fuzzy ground. They could not pay them the bonuses if it was earned, because then it's a breach of contract, and that's a major lawsuit that they will lose every time.
Yep.
This is why the games industry is earning themselves a union, which is they will. I'm telling you, in a decade, they will be kicking themselves for earning a union for themselves because it is so much harder to operate in that environment.
It is.
If they would just do it right now, they would
To
have
be
all
fair,
the freedom.
only a few a-holes will be kicking themselves. The Bobby Koticks, the Randy Pitchfords.
Right.
The,
The board will be hating it too.
Right.
The board will be like, well, if we didn't have a union, this would be great, right? But they're screwing themselves now for that quick dollar. The future is they're not going to have fun with it. I'll just say that it's not going to be fun. Negotiate now. You have to negotiate everything with a union, which is that can be pretty tough.
Game Workers Unite. Follow them on Twitter.
Seriously, guys, it's happening. I'm telling you. This is why. This is exactly why.
it's your fault.
You did this to yourselves.
All right, let's talk something more positive,
This
slightly
one's awesome.
surreal, kind of Black Mirror stuff. We're right in it. Like, we are wading into like the ocean of
God,
Black Mirror.
We are.
And it's just splashing up against us uncomfortably. You know, where you're like, I don't want to go down under my butt. I don't want it on my butt. Well, we're in it. It's up to your butt now.
Yeah, we're hitting those points where the cold water is alarming.
Yeah. You're like, oh,
There's
shit, there's
several
no
of
going back
them.
from this.
Yeah,
Somebody warm up the car. Okay, so here's the headline. People are using Animal Crossing New Horizons for birthdays, weddings, and dates while stuck inside. So Animal Crossing New Horizons is the newest cute sim? What is the genre?
Cute life,
Cute life sim.
Slice of life, yeah.
real life cute sim.
You
It's
play
so
as cute little
good.
animals on
If
an island.
real life was cute,
managing it. Apparently, Danny was telling us you can still get your masks if you want your coronavirus mask in Animal Crossing.
My villager got sick yesterday, and I straight up sprinted to her house with medicine because I was like, we are not doing this
This
here.
is what's happening. You're getting shut
just
down.
threw your villager into the ocean, right?
No, I
The
threw
whole island's on
medicine.
quarantine. Danny's friends are like, why did you unfriend all of us and block us? She's
Oh
like,
my
no,
God.
it's not me.
That would be the worst idea ever.
It's a
the
shitty
worst
little
event.
bunny.
You have a quarantine in your second life. Essentially.
I did kind of do that to her, though. I built a fence around her house and tossed some medicine in and waited for her to feel better.
You're
Yeah,
like,
oh, yeah.
I know what you're going through, and I'm sorry.
I dropped some fruit in the quarantine zone for her, and
You're
I was
gonna
like,
have
I'm
to pick this up
sorry.
yourself.
Oh my
It's
gosh!
probably
She's
clean.
created
Wash this off.
a series of gates where we never have to actually interact. I open one end, drop it off in the middle, leave, then she comes in. A quarantine section. So yeah, I love this though. This is kind of it's an interesting story, but it's a feel good story kind of. It's gamers being clever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coming up with ways because yes, it would suck to have a wedding planned for right now, to have a birthday right now. I have a niece who's turning 18 this month. She graduated high school, right? She's just not having her senior year, her 18th birthday party.
The wedding thing
She's
is crazy to me. Imagine having all those
Deposits?
deposits, like multiple deposits. You got deposits on the venue, you got deposits on the catering, you've got deposits on the flowers.
Yep. Yeah, and those are big deposits, not cheap. And so, yeah, so this story specifically mentions, I think it's this one, a couple that had their wedding in Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, I guess. Right? Because, look, you want to get married still. You don't want to push it off if you don't have to. Just, you got people excited about your wedding. Let's do it. Let's have them all meet up in this game.
And then this is the headline in CNN. Animal Crossing is letting people live out their wildest fantasy, normalcy.
All right, CNN, low blow.
I know. It comes from a writer. Her name is AJ Willingham. And just like her biopic makes it sound like she wrote this headline like this. Animal Crossing is letting people live out their wildest fantasy, normalcy.
Oh, she really put some news flavor into it. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Her
You
bio,
are
she
not
says she
wrong.
sets the record straight. And by damn, AJ Willingham does. I would like, yeah. I'm like, yeah, if I have any records that need setting straight, AJ, first call. Also,
Danny, have you hung out with friends in Animal Crossing?
I have. We've gone on tours of our museums.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So
Hey, guys, you want to go to the museum today?
What do you
Danny,
put in your
we're in
museum?
a quarantine. No. What are you talking about?
Well, there's an aquarium, there's like a bug biosphere, and there's a fossil section.
so will your island have different fossils, unique fossils that other people won't have?
In a way, yeah, because I've been farming different ones.
Tight.
It's all like luck based, so some of my fossils aren't complete. It's like the head and the butt of Stegosaurus, but I haven't found the torso yet.
You have the important parts.
Yeah,
Ayo.
for
That
a,
middle part, you can just use a cow. Doesn't fucking matter. Big legs.
Just
For a
put
while.
some bones together
Yeah.
and some ribs. You're good.
Yeah, so like right now, that's mostly what we do is we go and find bugs. So we go to random islands and just completely terraform it. We just chopped in all the trees and break all the rocks, take all the resources back to our islands.
Normal life.
Right?
Like nasty little
That's how-
colonizers.
That's how we've
Yeah.
been doing it.
Yeah.
Yep. Strip the land for all it's worth and leave nothing.
Yes.
Leave it.
Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. We go fishing. It's been nice. We're thinking of doing some graduation
is it
stuff
kind
there.
of like competition?
I was just gonna say because the museums sound like a flex.
Yeah.
Sounds like come look at all the rare, dope rocks I have that you do not have.
and you're like, oh, really? Come to my museum then. You're going to love it.
So it's kind of skewed because actually like a fair amount of the veteran Animal Crossing players have been participating in something that we call time traveling, which is where
that's
you
cheating.
you move the clock on your Nintendo Switch forward by however long, and
In the system.
yes, in the
clock.
system, not in the game, but in the
Cheating.
system, and it speeds up time in the game as well. So
Don't like
people
it.
have been time traveling to like winter so they can get like different bugs and,
and then
animals.
they travel back.
I don't like that.
I don't like it, but I love when it's framed as time travel. I'm back on.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
I've heard of that.
Calling it time travel so you can go get rare resources in other times.
That other people who are playing the game as it's meant to be played can't get.
Sounds like someone's jelly. They don't have a time machine. Invent a time machine,
Guys.
bitch. Stupid ass.
I'm way too lazy to do that. You know it.
That's what that's what it comes down to. Peterson's not
Wait,
that
I
he
gotta go
won't
to
do
the
it. He doesn't
system
want to do
menu.
it. He doesn't. He's too lazy to do it.
Can I just not?
Teach one of your kids how to do it, and then you'll be time traveling before you know it.
You
You'll
can
love
also go on forums. There are stock market forums for people to trade turnips because that's the stock market in Animal Crossing.
Turnips?
So, yeah, turnips. You buy
I
them.
thought it was
from...
bells.
No, bells is your money.
Uh-huh.
And then
Wait,
there's
the stock market doesn't trade on money?
no, it trades on turnips that you then get for money.
We're going back to the
Wait, we
turnip
know
standard,
turnips are
y'all.
gross, right?
We got a Fort Knox full of turnips, bitches.
Wait, dude, I found the biggest turnip. You don't even know.
The strongest
Like a-
currency in the world is backed by turnips.
It's a
Duh.
It's worked great so far.
So, yeah, I guess.
It's great.
Well, so, Danny, do you see any end in sight, or are you just playing this for this is your life now?
This is my life now. Basically, I've been working on my game from quarantine, which comes with its own problems, largely like internet connection or VPNs or getting the right software. But aside from that, any moment that I'm not working on games, I'm playing Animal Crossing.
So
Dude.
in 10 years, when people are like, hey, where were you during the quarantine?
Animal Crossing.
And you can be like, well, let's see, my island, what's your island called?
Capri Sun.
So Capri Sun was in year 1, and we were... and
Danny
we're
just gives a full
What?
recap. She's like, I did nothing but
like,
this.
What? That didn't make any sense.
Now I'm also thinking, because you mentioned VPNs, so you could have time traveling and you could have real traveling. Can you just use a VPN to just travel around the world and get rare objects?
You can actually go visit other people's islands if you get what's called a dodo code. It's like a special code for like a visit to their island, and you can go visit people in the southern hemisphere via internet.
And they'll have the winter, so you don't need a time travel.
Yeah. So there's tons of ways people are doing it. It's really open to play however you want, but
I like that.
I'm loving it so far. Even though I never caught my rare stringfish. I tried. I never got it.
You didn't get it?
I never got it.
Danny.
I'm so sad.
Danny. I've never been disappointed in you until right now.
Oh my
What-
god.
You
I
didn't
don't-
catch the stringfish, Danny?
This is the one
We
thing
never
I
caught the
saw in your
stringfish.
aquarium. I saw the placard for it, and I thought, well,
It wasn't
when is that coming
She
in?
had an
She has a
empty
spot
tank.
for it, and it's
I
the
do.
worst part of her museum, man. It's just a reminder.
So
It's just an
depressing.
empty tank in the middle. I'm like,
It's this hall of shame. Danny builds this sadness hall of all the fish she can't
The
catch.
fish she missed. The ones that literally got away.
Okay, let's move on. We're on GameStop Watch
Stopwatch.
2020.
We just call it stopwatch.
Stopwatch. Yeah, no, I like that a lot. So we're on Stopwatch 2020, which really should have a tagline having to do with like the final watch, or this
Yeah,
time the watch
shit.
is your watch is over.
The watches. Wait, what do they say in Game of Thrones? Your watch is ended or something
Yeah.
like that?
Yeah.
This time the watch is ended. This time your watch stops.
Like, we don't have to like
The watch
brainstorm.
stops here.
We don't have to brainstorm it now. We can.
Peterson, keep all this in.
Peterson, you did not say that.
That wasn't me. I didn't say that. So GameStop is closing 320 stores this year. They have just announced. And if you guys remember, the reason we know all this stuff, the reason we keep getting all this information that's so great is because it's a publicly traded company, which in hindsight seems like the craziest thing. But yeah, so the GameStop Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer Jim Bell said the company anticipates store closures will be equal to or more than the 320 net closures it saw in 2019. So that means at least 320,
At least 320.
probably 500 or 1,000, who knows, because GameStop is this ship that is so slow it literally couldn't adjust over the course of a decade to the digital landscape of buying games. Do you guys think they will adjust to the real reality of coronavirus? Because
No,
I
they're
sure
gone.
shit don't. What do you guys say? What is your bet for the end of their watch?
Let's see. By the end of the year, we get an announcement that we get a closing date of when
Yeah.
they're shutting it all down.
And then they just
that's my prediction.
Clean out the stores like Blockbuster style.
I just think it's kind of funny because last month's headline was them saying that they're an essential business. And I'm
Yeah, I
like,
know.
what happened?
That was a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
It really was.
'Cause
And
there's-
The Hail Mary pass.
Yeah.
You tried.
yeah.
That's not going to
so
play,
this
though.
this just plays as irony to me now that they're like, anyway, we're closing. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, we knew we were
not
essential.
so essential now.
They're
are
just
you?
throwing shit at a wall and seeing what sticks. Like, that is literally their whole business model. Let's try this. Let's try that.
I'm actually a little surprised they've stuck around this long.
Yeah.
Because you see, the major bookstores are pretty much gone. Toys R Us,
Gone.
which has been a staple, is gone. I mean, what are these guys hanging on to? They didn't adjust just like those other stores
They've
weren't
got
able to
shareholders,
adjust.
man. They got expectations.
No. I mean, JD said when he said this, he's like, he said this was something like, this is kind of shocking. And I was like, no, this was them meeting expectations. This is exactly what we think is going to happen.
Like,
I don't think anyone's surprised.
The only reason I even go into a GameStop anymore, like quarantine aside, is maybe to get like a new Joy-Con. I don't know, but I can also get that from Target or Walmart or Amazon. So
Yeah, I'm not going to say it's my last resort, but it certainly isn't my first.
No.
Yeah.
Last time I really went in there to buy something
Walmart
was
is my last resort.
they had they had a Pokemon card sale where they were selling those big old packs.
Oh, yeah.
And it was when
Good.
my kids were into it. Oh, and they were dirt cheap. I was buying like those big boxes, with like the specialty things for
so
like
fun.
$8 or $9.
Oh my god, that sounds
Should've
amazing.
told me I love Pokemon.
I bought
wanna do
so
that
many.
too.
I know.
And I had them for a long time because I just bought a ton and saved them for like birthdays. Oh, my kid's going to a birthday party again. Here, does he like Pokemon cards? Bring him a box. Where are you getting these, Dad? So my kids kept saying. And I didn't tell them because then they would try to look at them.
Right. Okay, so also this is pretty hilarious and terrifying if you've ever worked in software. Square Enix pushed a Final Fantasy IX update on PC that deleted the entire game.
How does that happen?
I will tell you how this happens. There is some weird bit of legacy code in there that was essentially a command that was like, do this. I don't remember this. I am not smart enough to understand this. But it was actually a command that's shared with like the Windows operating system. And so it was giving this order accidentally when they updated the code to Windows. So the game was
my
like,
gosh.
hey, delete me.
Hey,
Delete me.
Final Fantasy, delete this.
Yeah. And yeah, so there you go. There-
That sucks.
Danny, you'll like this joke I saw on Reddit and I thought it was super funny. Is that because people were like, why don't they have a test environment? Why didn't they figure this out in the test environment? So in software, you have a test environment where you
you
test
do.
stuff, and then you have a production environment, or what
We put it out to the
where you
public.
put it out to the public. And someone said on Reddit, well, everyone has a test environment. Just some people don't have a production environment.
Oh my gosh.
And that's what happened. So everything goes to prod. Everything's live in prod.
Oh, very good.
So funny.
All right, next up, this is our last story.
I put
Peterson,
this one
yeah,
in
you
here,
do
and I
this
phrased
one.
it as the WHO, the World Health Organization, has done a complete 180. This was less than 6 months ago. I honestly, guys, I'm not joking. Time means nothing to me anymore. I could be way off, but I feel like it was 6 months ago or less. I don't know, but less than 6 months ago is what I'm going to stick with.
We talked about this on our first podcast.
Yeah, which we've been doing for, it's either
My whole life.
9 months or 15 years. I don't know.
Feels like the second one. But I can't say definitively.
I cannot confirm. So they've done a 180. So 6 or so months ago, they said they classified gaming disorder, gaming addiction as an official mental disorder.
Yep.
Right? And now the latest news stories, which this is hilarious to read them. Latest news stories, the WHO is saying video games are a great alternative.
Or a
to
lifesaver.
Just stay inside and play video games. Just do it. Because they're now realizing that this is not a real problem. Like, it is a thing that people get addicted to anything, right? I remember middle-aged women getting addicted to Beanie Babies when I was a teenager.
I got addicted to Beanie Babies.
You were not a middle-aged woman.
I was not.
In the 90s either.
I'm still not a middle-aged woman, but I have so many Beanie Babies.
The Beanie Baby addiction has gone nowhere.
It's still there.
It lives strong in Danny. Okay.
You're like, who keeps buying all these on eBay?
How is TY's company still in business?
No, it's just Danny.
Just me. I'm holding
Gotta
them
get
up.
that rare American bear or whatever it is.
Oh, I have him. Don't worry.
No, I was going to say.
Oh, and I've got the
Like
the
any
tag,
serious
tag
collector.
protector on
I
it.
do.
Ooh, I remember
Danny,
the tag collectors.
Stop. Danny, you shouldn't admit these things.
I have the Princess Diana bear too.
Oh, no.
That one was very hard to get.
Yeah.
It was.
Didn't they made it
I have-
before she died? Or
After.
After.
It's
This
a
was like
purple
her-
purple bear with a white rose
Yeah.
and with the tag on it, and I have like 4 of them, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh my god, I
And
could
you
pay
can
off
sell
my
them for,
student
like-
loans.
I was going to say, that's like sounds like some
$4
financial
each.
planning.
No, and so yeah, so they're realizing now that this thing that they were just had a real hard on for with
Danny,
video game
they're
addiction.
selling for $49,000 on eBay.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're posted.
You have
Yes!
4 of these?
Yes!
Danny,
They
go buy
posted.
a house.
Look
Oh my
at
God,
recently
yay.
sold.
Okay, where?
There's going to be none. There's an option. Find recently sold. I guarantee there's like one for $12 or something.
I think you just jelly. I just got rich.
I mean, there's one for yeah. I was gonna say you're not getting any of that sweet Beanie Baby cash.
Hey Danny, I heard you came into some money recently. Let me just get one of those.
Stay away from my beanie baby money.
This is my TY money.
My beanie cash.
Baby
Beanie
cash. Anyways, so the
What are we
World Health
talking about?
Organization does a 180, and now they're telling us to play video games instead of going outside, which is hilarious.
I'm busting out all of my old addictions. I'm in
Yeah.
Pogs again. A lot of
You had a Pog addiction?
How are you?
Did anyone who
how?
play? Could you play Pogs without an addiction?
Full disclosure, I had a bunch of Pogs. Never really knew how to play the game.
Did you have any
I-
cool slammers?
I had a huge one that I won in some sort of competition.
Oh.
I won it in like this, and it was like, they made 20 or something, and I won one, and it was probably 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
Just a gigantic
Yeah.
piece of metal. You just slam down and everything would go flying. I didn't understand it.
The
I
coolest.
don't know the game at all. I just have my brother's Elf Pogs.
Yeah.
I just have them.
Elf Pog.
You still have them?
You have
I still have
never
my
said a
Pogs.
more early 90s phrase.
Alf Pogs. I think there's a Simpsons joke about Alf Pogs.
There is.
So good.
All right, so that on that note,
Simply nutritious, outrageously delicious. Kudos are yours, I'm yours.
all right, kudos is our positivity segment. I'd like to give a shout out to something that's making us stoked. What's making you stoked, Peterson?
Guys, Hobbs and Shaw. If you are unfamiliar with this gem, this was released last year or the previous year. I don't know.
I got some cool pogs. Elf pogs. Remember
Alf Pogs.
Remember Alf?
Remember Alf?
All I ever knew about Alf is that he ate cats. That was like the only
He
thing
did
I knew.
what?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That was
the
his
only
favorite
thing
food.
Alf
Oh.
eats is cats.
Oh, I don't like the Pogs anymore.
You're like, I am going to burn all the Alf Pogs.
Alf preparing a cat sandwich.
Oh, that's terrifying.
What were we, oh, okay. So if you are unfamiliar with Hobbs and Shaw, this is a Fast and the Furious spin-off movie.
Yeah.
It's in the Fast and the Furious expanded universe.
Yes, which, if you know anything about Fast and Furious, that sounds incredible.
Yep.
Because these movies don't care about anything, reality least of all. They will do anything with a vehicle that they can think of. If you, I promise you, we are 2 movies away from cars and
Spaceships.
space. I'm telling you.
Spaceships, dude.
No,
There's
it's
gonna
gonna
be
be
a Star
cars.
Wars crossover. They're
They
gonna
will be-
bring fantasy. They're gonna.
They'll be in a spaceship, and then they'll land on the planet, and they'll pull a what was that Star Trek movie where he finds an old motorcycle on it?
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
gonna do that, but with like muscle cars.
Right.
Be like, well, only way we can get from here to there.
Would you rather see a Star
Muscle
Wars
car.
and Fast and Furious crossover or a Star Trek Fast and Furious crossover?
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Because it's more jumping the shark than they'll just like
Yeah.
they'll go all in. Star Trek is less.
They're going to try and
fantasy.
science it. They're going to sit there and be like, ingenuity. And it's like, no, I just kind of want to drive a car through the whole thing.
Why is this car flying? I don't know. The Force.
No,
Why are you
look.
asking?
So we're driving on the ice, and the Rock reaches out, and there's a missile on the ice from a submarine earlier. Forget that part, whatever. So he reaches out and he grabs the missile on the ice, and he's like, "Roar!"
Okay.
I could picture The Rock so clearly.
So wonderful. So this movie is a story, essentially a superhero movie in the Fast and Furious universe, guys. They don't care. I'm telling you. And the
It's
super
on HBO
villain
right now, right?
Yes, HBO.
Okay.
The super villain is played by Idris Elba,
Black
who is
Superman, yes.
wonderful. He calls himself. They call him Black Superman.
Yeah.
Wait, who's they in the film?
Yeah. In the
And,
movie,
and
they
him,
say
he
that.
calls himself that, too.
Yes. Yes. No, they don't care. JD, I'm not kidding.
This is tight. This is tight.
And the only people who can fight this are Hobbs and Shaw, who are played by The Rock and what's his
Jason
name?
Statham?
Jason Statham. And they hate each other, but they need to band together to fight Idris Elba. And
It's a supernatural buddy cop.
I'm telling you, it's a buddy cop movie. But I'm telling you, have you seen it, Danny?
I haven't.
Like, everyone needs to watch it and go into it. Expect nothing serious from this because you will find inconsistencies while you're watching it. The timeline makes no sense. They fly from Moscow to Samoa, and they're still dirty from their previous fight. I mean, they get in this big fight, get all beat up, and they're all bloody and dirty.
It's like
they
a 9-hour flight.
They land in Samoa, and they are still dirty and bloody. Same clothes, everything, and you're like, you didn't even take off your like tactical vest on the plane flight and go wash your face off? No, they don't care. They tell you, they're like, oh, she has 48 hours to live. I promise you 3 weeks goes by and she's fine. The timeline, they don't care. They just bring, nothing matters.
18-hour flight. It's literally like the opposite side of the planet.
Yes, I'm telling you. And you're like, wait, why are they so dirty? They just got off a
This
private
is cool.
jet.
This is super cool.
No, you got to watch
is
this
a good
movie.
Kudos. I like
you
that.
got to watch it. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. It's the perfect quarantine movie. It's streaming right now on HBO, but you can find it, rent it somewhere. Just if you have Amazon Prime, go rent it on Amazon Prime and just give it a watch. It's so fun, so stupid. You'll love it.
Danny, how about you? Do you have any kudos?
Yeah, actually. I want to give a shout out to all the dungeon masters out there who are moving.
Essential business people.
They are moving their campaigns online this month, and like all 3 of mine have been fantastic about it so far. Like one of my friends from the lab who worked on a different game started up a campaign that we just did our first session for on Wednesday, but it is a pain in the ass to drag everything online, getting Roll20 up, getting D&D Beyond up, getting everything synced. So just a shout out to like my DMs and all the DMs out there that are going through with this and making it so we can still have fun and play our adventures.
I feel
online.
like DMs are serious DMs
Yeah.
are the ones who would do that because I feel like they sacrifice so much.
What's one more
There's
thing?
so
They're
much
doing
you
this
have
for
to
you
do.
guys.
Yeah.
They're
Yep.
doing this for you.
I already put too much damn work in this campaign. We are not pausing it.
No
Get your
way.
ass on Discord. Do you guys do voice only, or do you have cams?
We do
webcams?
voice only because we have Roll20 up with little icons of our characters.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, that we move around and do like all of our stuff in.
Wait, do you have any that you voice act like you?
I have voices for my characters. Yes.
Give us one.
Oh no.
Yeah.
I need to hear this, Danny.
Yarr!
Your JD pirate voice.
Yeah. I've gotten real vulnerable
okay.
here with my pirate voice.
So
You seem excited to do it.
one of my characters is Glaive. He's a warforged fighter.
It's a guy.
It's like
Oh,
all my characters are guys.
Oh my gosh!
Perfect.
Because last week Jenna gave us her metal guy voice, and I listened to it probably 15 times
600,000
because I
times.
laughed every time because
Oh,
it was
no.
so good.
I
Yours
mean-
will probably be good, but let's keep
I
going.
mean, Glaive just kind of talks like this.
That's
it sounds
He's
like
just real awkward.
Dude,
oh,
that's the
so he's
same vein.
emo Danny.
No.
is what's happening.
Mostly he'll talk in like really short sentences because he travels with a homebrew Viera, like the bunny people from Final Fantasy. His companion is a Viera folk named Aaliyah. And Aaliyah always tells him not to do things like do not eat the boy into the tree. Do not like throw a boy into a tree. And he just goes, the boy has been yoked.
The boy has been yoked.
Yeah.
I love it. I love that all of your characters are guy characters.
Yeah, that's just how they kind of came out.
Because I do the same thing when I role play. I'm like, okay, I'm going to be something totally different. When I'm like pretending that I'm something else, I'm often a female character because
Yeah.
why not?
I really
Right?
am just waiting for my like deep Russian character because
Oh,
I
yeah.
pull off that voice so much when I'm just playing like Borderlands with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be sitting there being like, "Hello, I shoot skeg."
yes.
Yes, that's what.
Yes.
Absolutely. Whenever I'm playing, or right now it's Call of Duty Warzone because there's like lots of Russian. That accent just comes out.
Yeah.
got to do the
Natural.
Russian.
I enjoy it so much, but just the fact like that my DMs have done all this to get us online
Awesome.
is awesome, and it's been like really fun.
Way to go, guys.
Yeah.
Keeping it going, keeping people entertained during the quarantine.
Heroes, man.
They are heroes. JD, did you have a kudos?
I do have a kudos. Hold on. It's just trying to get this up.
Oh, this is
Jenna, see you later.
That's Jenna.
that was
See you later.
This
This is Jenna's voice.
Oh no.
Do it one more time. Give it to me one more time.
Yeah.
Because we're doing like metal voices because JD did his Alex Jones and there's like Doom music in the background.
This is Alex Jones signing off. This is Peterson going AFK.
This is Jenna, see you later.
I love it so much. This is Jen. See you later.
See you later. Sounds like a 100-year-old man.
I'm so relieved. Like the main character I play just is my voice, but with like almost a Sombra style accent. Like he's just got like a little bit of like a curl to the ends of his
Yeah.
words, but
Yeah.
it's my tone.
Yeah.
So I can play him for hours. I cannot play Glaive for hours without just being like, I'm sorry.
I can't
Talk like this anymore.
This is really hard.
I used to read books to my kids. I was reading the Fablehaven series, and they introduced so many characters, and I was doing voices for all of them. But by the third or fourth book, they had introduced so many characters that I would be like, I can't remember what this guy sounds like. And there was all sorts of ethnicities.
Yeah.
They just like mixed it up real well. So by the end, I was doing all sorts of accents, and it gets tiring. I'd do a
It is
chapter and be like, guys,
Intense.
we got to stop. I can't do anymore.
We've got people in our campaigns who do like Ozza. Okay, if they ever hear this, they're gonna make fun of me forever. But Ozza, straight up, he talks like this
The whole time.
the whole time, and
does
he
a
like
Lego Batman voice.
Dude, I would appreciate that, though. That would get me into it. If
Yeah.
everyone
Yeah.
else is doing voices, that's what I
Oh
want.
yeah, that's
too.
what we do. Like someone has a Scottish accent, like a very heavy Scottish accent. That's our dwarf. I'm not even going to try her.
Oh, no, that's
But-
hard. I can't do it.
Like that's just like part of it is that we all have voices and we can tell when we're in character because the voices come out.
That's awesome. My kudos was just a game that Peterson and I played a little bit this week. Is the new Risk of Rain 2 Artifacts update. Risk of Rain 2 is that bullet hell. That was really, really fun. We were playing a couple months ago with the Manning brothers, and then they released a new update, and Peterson and I jumped in, and it was just
It was
insane
wild.
blast.
We didn't know what was happening, but you in this game you go through the levels and you like buy artifacts or something that buffs for your character, and you can see them on your character. But we were playing some game mode where we had
unlimited
100
items.
at least. There was
And
just
you could pick
items
your own
everywhere.
items. So you could so it's usually like a random number generator. Like you get random items, but it was just
It would pull
non-stop
up
items.
You'd
so
see this
many
thing,
that it was like,
and you'd pull it up, and you'd get to choose from them. And so we were like, "What are we doing?" I kid you not, we probably easily had over 100.
Yeah.
because you'd finish a
Wow.
level, and there would just be items everywhere, and we'd
Yep.
spend 2 minutes going around picking stuff up and clicking. It was crazy.
Yeah.
we were unstoppable. We had to just quit because it was like 1:30 in the morning. I was
So
like,
if you guys are playing, if you're playing Risk of Rain 2, or if you played it in the past, now is the time to at least. They've got new levels, a couple of new levels, new champs that you can actually still vote on right now for which one you want. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yep, it was
so,
fun.
All right, and then this is what we got next.
Oh my god, the first impression rose.
I have been playing Doom Eternal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, hell yes,
okay,
indeed.
How you like it?
Amazing. 10 out of 10 game. I don't want to linger on it too long because I do want to do like a full review when I beat it.
How many hours into it are you? Would you say
Probably 10 or 12.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And I would say one of the things that's been unique to me in this game, Doom Eternal is the latest Doom game. Doom is this series of first-person shooters, kind of revolutionized the first-person shooter genre back in the 90s. You just play as a crazy shotgun and rocket launcher wielding badass that just fights through hell and kills demons in hell itself. And
So many too.
so what's really
many.
cool about it is that I have never played a game like this before where you are it's like pushing forward combat, where if you typically in a first person shooter or a shooter game, you're fighting other people, you're shooting at them, and they shoot you enough that you take so much damage, you have to kind of run away
You
or
get to,
find
like,
cover. Yeah, or you're like, I gotta get out of the situation that's causing me this damage. In Doom, if you do that, you will die. If you're like getting shot and you're getting hurt a lot, and you're like, I'm gonna go hide behind this pillar, 100% you're gonna freaking die. In Doom, it encourages you to run toward who's shooting at you. You run toward whatever's going on because that's how you kill people. You get combos. They drop health items, they drop weapons and loot and ammo, so you
Muscle
can run out.
through.
If you're just staying back and trying to shoot from a distance, you're going to run out of ammo because you have to go up close and personal and chainsaw someone in half to get new ammo, or light them
Naturally.
on fire and then punch their heads in to get ammo. Like, it is so cool that it's like, instead of telling you to just like, oh, be cautious and be reasonable, it's like, just keep killing, just keep fighting.
Shoot 'em.
So that's awesome.
Rip and tear.
And then the other
and
thing,
tear.
and the other thing that I've really enjoyed about it so far is that I just barely discovered the exploration and the collectibles in it. I thought it was like I just described, just kind of a dumb rip and tear, run forward, shoot everything with your shotgun, chainsaw stuff. But it actually has a ton of exploration, puzzles, platforming things. You can ignore them entirely. So you get all these items, you collect all these items, and you can put them on your ship, and you can unlock abilities and stuff. Long story short, like I said, 10 out of 10 games so far. Absolutely loving it. Doom Eternal, it's out now, and it's dope. I'll have a full review for it probably soon because that's all I do is play video games now. Cool. Let's get into some pirate content.
So yeah, the
We're
whole
doing pirate
intro
stuff.
was pirate radio, and so we're talking pirate video games, right? Isn't that what it means?
Yeah,
Yo-ho.
guys, it's a gathering of less than 10 people.
We've done it.
We're all observing social distancing in here, and we're very clean, so you don't have to worry about us going down. And there's no other visitors to our podcast studio. We fired all we fired all our other clients.
Our lawyer, he's gone.
Gone. Everyone's gone. It's just the three of us running the skeleton crew down here.
Yeah.
In our underground bunker.
We told them we weren't paying them bonuses, and they all quit.
Yeah. It was weird. You'd think they'd
be-
stick around for that.
They would understand.
They'd understand that I need to buy my own personal USB stick because I keep using the company's. And
I lose a lot of them.
Come on. I
They're
need this money.
sprinkled throughout Austin.
Okay, so there are a few pirate games out there. We were just talking about this in the intro. There are fewer pirate games than you would expect. If you think about how many zombie games there that you can name off the top of your head, how many space games, how
So
many
many.
Western games you can name off the top of your head. But when I'm like pirate games, it's like Sea of Thieves and Monkey Island.
Skull and
Skull
Bones.
and Bones.
Black Flag.
Assassin's Creed, Black Flag.
Yeah.
And then like that's kind of where it stops. So
Lego.
And Lego Pirates of the Caribbean, the one of two pirate games. So this is our question. We wanted to propose is what is your favorite pirate game?
Favorite pirate game?
Favorite pirate game of the two that there are. Which do you like most?
A or B?
Mine is Assassin's Creed Black Flag. I don't know if you guys played this one.
I didn't.
This
I've
was-
actually never played any Assassin's Creed games.
Really?
I just never have. And I want to. I'll probably play the next one.
I just play Odyssey.
I've heard that one's amazing, but huge. That's
My
the
brother-in-law's
thing.
playing it right
It's
now.
huge.
Yeah.
it's really, really
It's
big.
very big.
They're both really big. The most recent two.
Odyssey and the other one starts with an O.
Yeah. There's like the Egyptian one and the Greek one.
Oh, right.
Anyway, Origins. That's what it was.
Right.
Yes.
So, which I feel like they've told the origin story of the assassin so many times. They're like, no, it's Egypt.
Well,
this
they gotta do one every year.
time. Yeah, I was gonna say they gotta keep making stuff up. But Assassin's Creed Black Flag was the second Assassin's Creed game I played because I played Assassin's Creed 2, and then this one just like found its way to me. And dude, I was so shocked. Because I was like, I'm not an Assassin's Creed fan. I'm definitely not a pirate game fan because it was the first one I'd ever played.
How dare
It
you.
was so good. It was essentially like GTA Pirates because you could grab a ship, you could jump into a ship and like just sail out into the ocean anywhere. And it was huge. The ocean was massive because there was nothing in it, so like they could make these distances really massive. And you could just find a ship on your radar or whatever and just go to them and you could battle them, you could board it, you could literally just steal their boat. It was so crazy. You had a crew and stuff.
You could just steal a boat?
Yes, in port you could go and then you could land in like in like Port Royal. There was like the actual island of Cuba was like the center of the
Wow.
map, so it was like really accurate too. And you could like there was whale hunting. Not particularly proud of that. But there was like very accurate whaling in it. But yeah, just going ashore and like raiding British colonies was so pirate-y. I'm always surprised. This is always mentioned among people's favorite Assassin's Creed games.
Yeah.
But at the time, it definitely wasn't received as like as groundbreaking and as amazing as I felt it was. But yeah, it was amazing.
I'm just looking up map sizes because you said the map is so big.
Mm-hmm.
It's the second biggest map for an Assassin's Creed game. The first one was Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Did you play? You played Origins.
Origins, yeah.
Odyssey is huge. Black Flag, 90.2 square miles is the map size.
I'm telling you,
The
dude.
next one is Origins, which you played. Was that one big?
Yeah, it was huge.
31.6 square miles.
It was huge because
It's like a
it would take
third
you.
of it.
It would
That's
take you like a
crazy.
good couple minutes to get across the Nile.
Yeah.
Like if you were going from point A to point B. And it was really cool because there were collectibles and like
Crazy.
these random like tiny sandbars just way out in the middle of nowhere, and there'd be a collectible that was like somebody's skull that had been found there. But sailing there would take you like 2 minutes. Like you just sat with like the vast blue
Just
ocean on
going.
all sides just going toward
Wild.
it. Yeah, it was really cool. That was my first and that is the reason that I'm asking this question. That's the reason I'm sitting here like, why aren't there more? Because it was such a cool experience. It was such a cool like world in terms of world building. When you look at fantasies, like a bunch of dragons and swords and battles and stuff. When I look at pirates, I'm like, look at all this cool stuff we're not like doing.
I've played a couple. If I go way back, I played Monkey Island, which was a adventure, point and click adventure type of game during that era. It was kind of a silly, funny game, so it was fun. But I didn't love it, if I'm being honest. But it's a good game. But I did play, the most time I spent on a pirate game was Sid Meier's Pirates, which came out in 2004 or 5.
Oh,
maybe?
that one, because it
On
originally
Xbox.
came out in like 87.
Yeah. This was like the Xbox version of it. And it was I got it off a recommendation from a friend, and I put a lot of time into this game. It was a ton of fun. You'd go around with your ship. There were Navy battles, so naval battles, you'd fight other ships, you'd upgrade your stuff, and then you'd land on an island and go to the different places and do things, but it wasn't like open world-ish. Like, all I remember when I landed on islands was always fighting guys because I kidnapped the governor's daughter. I think I kidnapped every governor's daughter.
That was your main move. That was your signature.
Yeah, just go there and be like, I'm gonna woo his daughter. He's gonna try to fight me.
Yeah,
I'm gonna beat him, and then I'm taking
literally
his daughter.
Lock up your daughters because Peterson's coming steal your
if
governor's
you have,
daughter.
If you have a daughter, they all had a daughter, but that's what I did all of the time. And I probably put, I kid you not, probably 40 hours into this to the point where I was like, what's the main point of the game? And I don't even know what the win condition was.
Governor Richardson.
I was just...
Why is it you would say your island is never raided by pirates? Oh, wait, I don't have a daughter. What? There's the
don't
pirates
want to come here.
They literally are just here for the daughter.
They're here for daughters
of the governor.
My daughter,
just my, and so I don't have a daughter, so it's been fine.
I only had sons. They do not care at all.
Weird shit.
They never come here. We have so much money.
Safest island in the entire Caribbean.
I don't even get
Unbelievable.
it. We don't even have a garrison. They could just walk up and take everything.
Yeah, I mean, if I
we don't have a daughter.
Oh yeah, I don't have a wife because I don't want to get a daughter. So that's where we're at.
That's kind of where we're at. So yeah, I don't. It was very fun. That game was a lot of fun. But again, and this is what I think. The point I wanted to make was I think the problem with pirate games is they can stale pretty quickly if you don't build a huge world like a Witcher 3 type of world, because you're just doing the same thing. I'm going into town, fighting guys, get on my ship, go around, blow up some other ships with my cannons, and then that's the gameplay loop. Yeah. That's what there is.
And that's a really good point, because that's what mixed up Assassin's Creed for me, because at the end of the day it was the underlying theme was that it was an Assassin's Creed game. So there were these ancient temples and tombs you were exploring. And so it had that completely different aspect to it rather than just going into a town and raiding it. It was going into a town, fighting your way through, finding a secret entrance to this temple and exploring all that shit. It was very Tomb Raider-y. So it had all that other stuff. So that's probably why I liked it so much.
Mm-hmm. I did play Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
Did you play it at all? Either of you?
Played a tiny bit of it. It really picked up with some of my friend group in between Destiny.
Yeah, there are some people who are so into it.
They got really into it. And then No Man's Sky had a resurgence and they all ditched it so fast.
Yeah. I did play No Man's Sky for 100 hours. It was crazy.
That's wild.
But
weird
so I did play Sea of Thieves for probably 2 nights with Spencer.
Mm-hmm. And you had the ugliest pirate you could find.
I had a huge, fat, ugly guy with no shirt, because I would spend half of the time while Spencer's driving the ship or whatever you call it. He's, what do you call it? Navigating the ship? Piloting the spaceship. That sounds like a spaceship. Anyway, he's driving the ship. And
let's stick with driving. Yeah, that seems...
He's driving the ship. And I would sit there and play music and dance right next to him because my big fat pirate was so ugly, and that was the most fun I had in the game. And then Spencer and I synced up the music and both danced on the deck for a while.
That's pretty cool.
That was the most fun I had in the game.
That's not cool. That's less cool.
There just wasn't a lot to do when I played it. I know someone's going to say, "Oh, you should try it again. There's so much more, and it's really fun when you just go around with your friends." What? Why would they say that? They're trying to convince me to play it.
Oh.
Anyways, I deleted it, so I'm not playing it again.
Okay, so...
Pirate games, though, they're just...
There's not very many, and the ones that are there feel like they're...
Not great.
Well, right? It feels like they're directly pulled off the ones that are good, like Skull and Bones or Crossbones or whatever the hell it's called, is pulling from the same thing
Assassin's Creed.
that made Black Flag successful. They keep on talking about the navigation and the ship play and all that stuff, and... Yeah, there's just not...
That is not why everyone loved that game, though.
Which is interesting, though, because the next Assassin's Creed, it's either Ragnarok or Valhalla, depending on what you read, but there's supposed to be ships in that as well, and it's because they're like, oh, Black Flag was so fun and so cool, and so, but they're also making, isn't it the same studio?
Ubisoft?
Is it Ubisoft? Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
And so it's like, what are we doing, guys? Are we...
Well, the black Skull and Bones is just like all the ship stuff. It's just
Right.
ship combat
Just
focused.
ships.
It's so weird.
Yeah, like it's very like pirate focused that they like took the thing from Black Flag and were like, let's make a whole game around that because that seemed to be a
I wonder
good
if it'll
thing.
be good. I don't know. It could be good.
I haven't heard anything since the E3 announcement. However many years ago,
2
time
years
means
ago.
time means nothing. I have no idea.
2 to 7 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still March of 2021. Wow. Yeah, I was talking about this on X96 like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
It feels like forever ago.
Yep.
Guess they're working on it.
So, not a lot of great pirate games. So, do we have any suggestions? How would we make a pirate game?
Don't play no reindeer games with me.
Let's play some Monkey Paw.
Let's build
Monkey excellent.
The worst.
Here we go again. Every time
pirate
Danny's
game
on,
we
we're
can
like,
do.
we're doing Monkey Paw.
I bring curses with me.
Yeah, exactly. This is perfect. All right, so let's build our own pirate game using a monkey's paw. So, who has a wish? Who wants to let me know your first wish?
I'll do it because I don't want you guys to ruin this one because I loved it. Okay, so it's all of the characters in it are.
You
what?
have to say.
Oh no, this is my. Oh, I wish, and then you say finger curls.
Yeah.
I was trying to sneak in another one.
You'll rat dude. You know how many times I've been watching Aladdin now that's on Disney Plus.
Dang it! I
You
tried to sneak
cannot
in
pull
another
one over
We
on
got
this
you.
genie.
Ah. Okay, so I wish that this pirate game, all of the characters were animals. So it was, they're like personified animals. So they're, Mickey Mouse. That's the example I was giving. No, they're just
That's
animals.
the example you give?
It's an animal that's a
In
humanoid
this-
animal.
The realm of Animal
In
Crossing?
Animal they are all Animal Crossing, not Animal Crossing characters.
Yeah, I was going to say, ooh, that one's easy
They got
to
to be
kneecap.
cooler than that.
A finger curls. They're all aquatic animals only.
So you have to occasionally take a dip back into the ocean to breathe.
Like you are on ships traveling through the ocean, and you have to get off the boat into the ocean to breathe.
And then you hop back in.
Then you
You're a
hop
dolphin. You dive back in. Flop your way over to the steering wheel. What's it called? I don't know ship terminology. You
What?
flop your way to the steering wheel.
The helm?
Steering wheel.
The...
Yeah, that's what it's called.
A helm?
No,
Is it?
Steering wheel.
Steering wheel. You flop your way back over to the steering wheel. You can hold your breath for 2 minutes, and then you
gotta
gotta
flop back out.
flop back out. You swim much better than you flop.
Yeah.
It is.
You arguably swim faster than the ship moves. Honestly.
But you also can't like leave the ship there.
no,
because that's like where all your
ship.
stuff
that's
is.
where all my stuff is.
Yeah, obviously you got to shoot the minnow ship. I don't know what's another good the octopus ship because the other guys are octopuses, right? They're all aquatic, not all dolphins. Octopi. I'm so sorry.
Well,
I'm so sorry.
I mean, here's my thing, and I don't know if yours interferes with this.
Okay.
I wish that there was a very extensive parrot select menu.
I already got this one. I already thought about this. A finger curls. Yes, you can have a parrot or a monkey, whatever. You can have your little animal companion.
Yeah.
The shoulder
but since
companion.
you are an animal, they are all small humans. So you are a dolphin with a very small man on your shoulder.
Naked.
Of course. Why would he have clothes?
They're all
Have you
naked.
seen a parrot with clothes on?
No,
Or maybe an
absolutely
open
not.
vest
A
like
fun
the
little
monkey
vest.
has.
Yeah.
Just a vest. A naked, tiny man
His little
in
butt
only
hanging.
a vest. And it is not a long vest. This
No,
is
it's
a
like the
mocking
little
vest.
like crop top
Yeah.
style vest like
Yes.
Abu wears.
Yep, it covers your nipples, and that's about
And that's
it.
if there's not a breeze.
If there's a breeze,
Oh yeah, there's no buttons on this.
The nips
It's an
are coming
apu.
out.
It's an apu or an apu.
Style.
Vest. Yeah.
Maybe like
Yeah,
a
just
fun little
hangs
sash,
open.
but with like no pants.
maybe
Yeah.
a hat if you're lucky.
Yeah.
This little man on your octopus character's shoulder.
And he just repeats whatever your octopus
sits there.
says.
Just like what is that Gulliver's Travel situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just a tiny guy just sitting there. Tiny naked man.
This is tight. This is tight game so far. Danny, do you have any wishes?
Oh my god. All right. I wish that this game had online networking features.
Oh, okay. You play with your friends, play online.
Yeah.
Okay. A finger curls. So you can, there's an online, everything's fine, and the online networking is great, but there are in-game communications only, and when you communicate to someone else in the game, you guys only communicate through your human parrot,
Oh my
who repeats everything you say.
Oh, that sounds so good, though.
And, oh my gosh, what if he can only be communicated in nautical terms? So if you need to tell them to go somewhere on the boat, you have to learn the right nautical term, because it is going to tell him, go to the starboard bow.
Yeah.
And he'll be like, what the freak is the starboard
Where is
bow?
that? Well, I don't know what the hell.
Everyone, you can only communicate in nautical. Dude, that would
Very good.
Because it makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
Head to this, meet me at the stern, and we'll start our fight there.
You just start showing like the
No,
different
where?
nautical flags. You're just like, ah.
What's happening? Worst online game mode ever.
Okay, so fitting with my theme of customization, this is an RPG apparently, and I really, really want other customization options as they pertain to piracy. Specifically, I want eye patch customization. I'm sorry. I wish there were eye patch customization and extensive peg leg and hand hook customization options.
For you or for your little tiny man?
For
Your man is sitting on top of you. He's naked. He's on the shoulder of like your elephant seal, and he has 2 hook hands, an eye patch, a little abu vest, and 2 peg legs, and he repeats everything you say.
It's the only way you can talk to your buddies. He's got a stupid little voice.
He cannot stay on your shoulder well, because all he has is hooks for hands and pegs for legs.
And you're an aquatic animal. You're wet and slippery, and his naked butt just slides right down you.
Whenever you need to jump off the boat to get back in the water, you gently scoop him off with your fin and lay him on the deck, and his little peg leggies just click, 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 click.
Oh my God.
You have to like catch him later, and he just
And
like
you scoop him back up because he's hooking around chasing seagulls.
Hey, get back here. Leave those seagulls alone. Wait, was that the finger curls? Or are we just going off this?
No, I guess. No, what is the finger curls?
So, finger curls, you can only customize your friends' characters, though, and they can only customize yours.
oh,
You do
good.
not get to choose what your own character
and
looks
it
like.
quickly becomes like an escalating war. If one person does one thing shitty, that's it.
Yeah.
That's
Over.
it.
If it would
Yeah,
be the very
when-
first person.
And everyone's
Hey
pirates.
JD,
just
can
look
you make
so
my
dumb.
character real quick? Because I need you have to have a friend to play.
Yeah.
JD, will you just make mine real quick? Oh, he'll look so bad.
I think you could have an in-lore explanation for this, in that it is very hard to button your own clothing with hooks for hands. So you need to have other pirates.
Hooks for fins.
You lose a fin in a fight, and your replacement is a
A peg tentacle.
It doesn't do anything.
An octopus with
When you're
8 wooden tentacles. Trying to shuffle
Flacking
around.
around.
That one still seems practical, but a hook instead of a fin. Like, imagine replacing the oar of a rowboat with a It's not going.
I am so slow.
And you know how whales have like lost their vestigial back limbs? They've just
Yeah.
turned into their tails. So all of a sudden there's these 2 peg legs poking out of their ass.
Just flopping around in the back.
All right. Does anyone have any more wishes before we review our game?
I have one more.
I think I have one more as well.
Okay, let's hear them.
Oh, we'll do yours first, Davey.
Okay. I wish for there to be like a mechanic that allows you to make like a island base, like a secret pirate cove base.
Yeah, so you're making a home base.
Oh, sure. Finger curls. I mean, you're still an aquatic animal, so enjoy. I guess you just wished yourself into this one. It is very hard to get beyond the beach of your base of your island, and sometimes you die on the beach.
Like a sea turtle baby?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my gosh.
yeah, exactly. So basically, there's only like a few animals that can get up there. It's like the penguins, I guess, and the
If your buddy gave you a
walruses.
You like accidentally beach the dolphin you were romancing.
Yep. Yep.
Hey, come meet me in my pad,
What
baby.
the hell? No one told me this would happen.
Freaking whale just beached there. Well, I guess I'm stuck here now. Whale with a peg leg
And a hook fin.
on its.
I'm just obsessed
As its
with
dorsal
how,
fin is a hook.
how obnoxious the mechanic is of having to get out of your boat every 2 minutes. That drives me nuts.
Well, if you play long enough, your holding breath stat will get better.
Oh,
And so
okay.
you can
Get
last
it up
a
to, like,
little
2
bit
minutes
longer.
and 30 seconds.
2.5 minutes if you're if you're
Wow.
really
Like
experienced.
2:45, you max them out. Yeah, you'll be there all day.
You just in the middle of a battle, ship battle. You have to like, hold on, I got to jump out, and
Yeah.
that's it.
Ooh, becomes the time when the person has a higher stat than you, then they can keep fighting. So they're like trying to kick your ass while you're trying to get back in the water, and you're just like, stop it! You're like trying to hit him with your hook fin.
Yep. You're like, it's not doing anything.
You're just
Can
hook.
someone throw me a rope or something?
You can do with a rope.
You give me a hook.
You're a fish.
It's better than nothing. It's better than water. Peterson, what's your last wish?
Oh, all I was gonna say is, and your decisions in this game matter. So the things you do, they all have consequences.
Would you
That
say you
didn't
wish
sound
for
like
this?
a wish at
I
all.
wish
What's wrong with you?
that all the decisions. Dang, you guys are really on top of it. When JD did it, I didn't even notice. I'm really bad at Simon Says. I wish that all of your decisions in this game have lasting consequences.
Finger curls? Sure, but all the characters have a hardcore amnesia and don't remember anything.
So they
So they come out and they're like, where did my ship go? It's exploded and all my stuff is gone, and there is
I don't know.
no
Just
explanation.
go find another one. Just go find another one. They don't have long memories unless you're a dolphin, because dolphins have good memories.
Yeah, but they also are psychopaths, so like,
Yeah. All right.
Dolphins are the bad guys.
ooh,
The
Yeah.
dolphins are the bad guys.
They are in Finding Nemo.
are
They
they?
are.
The sharks talk shit about them.
Oh yeah,
and then they
'cause
never
sharks
show up
hate
to
'em.
defend themselves.
Oh.
In a Pixar movie, that means they're the bad guy.
That's true.
All right, so here's our Monkey Paw game, our Monkey Paw pirate game. This is the monkey that's on your shoulder. All the characters are animals.
That was offensive.
That monkey on your shoulder has a hook, though, that someone stuffed in his fucking stump that we sacrificed for this game. So all the characters in this game are animals. However, they're all aquatic animals. You do have a good shoulder animal select feature, but the only animal you can select is a naked human being. And those naked human beings are pretty important because it's the only way you can communicate to the other player on your or the other players.
And you don't know that when you choose his voice.
Nope. You're like, oh, this will be a fun voice to hear, like, repeated. Nope.
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 Your friends
there's-
hate it.
Well, and there's like a delay too, right? So you're on comms and you say something, and now the game decides, do I put this through the parrot filter or do I ignore the command because I'm a parrot with a small brain? And so sometimes you'll be communicating and trying to get your stupid parrot to say something, and if it doesn't like you because your parrot stat's not high enough,
Oh my god.
you legit are just screwed.
You
You
should have
cannot-
given him his tiny vest. Maybe he'd appreciate you more.
That's the thing. Yeah, that's what raises your parrot stat is a little vest. Maybe put a hook on a stump.
Dude,
Who knows?
him
These
that-
humans are so hard to know and understand.
They all have
Give
their
him
own
a little mini
personalities.
pirate hat and
They
an
all
eye
have
patch.
their own personality. Some are little psychos that just like stick you with their hook.
I hate this.
Also, you can only there is customization. Of course, you can customize your pirate. You can change your eye patch. You can put a Detroit Lions logo on your eye patch.
No.
If that's your style. You can also swap out your hook hands, your peg legs. The only problem is you need to have your friends do this for you because you can't dress yourself because
You don't
have
do it
two
for
hook
yourself.
hands. Also, all your stuff is stored. It's awesome. You can keep all your booty from all your different swashbuckling adventures in your land base, which you can't access because you will beat yourself and die.
Yeah. I mean, you can try to access it.
Yeah.
If you know a friend, if you have a friend who's like a penguin, you can take them to your base and ask them to recover stuff for you.
You gotta trust them, though.
But you really have to trust them. And
Penguin, you don't trust penguins.
then, of
You
course, like any
Shady.
good game, all your actions have consequences that are lasting and pervasive throughout the game. Unfortunately, all the characters have hardcore amnesia.
No one knows why.
And no short-term memory. So no one knows why anything is happening ever. And that
this sounds like a
is
great
a game. Hey, it's better than most of the pirate games out there.
Yeah.
This is on par.
On par.
Hey.
Hey. And on that note, we're going to move into our next reindeer game. I have a 2 deets and a deceit for pirate video games.
Okay.
I just got to say a big shout out to the people who edit Wikipedia into categories for making this so fucking easy for me. Because I just went to sort by pirate video games in Wikipedia and found all of these. So, 2 deets and a deceit is our version of 2 truths and a lie, in which I tell these guys 3 gaming details, and they try to determine which one isn't, in fact, a detail, but is a deceit.
A JD invented fib.
A J deceit.
A J deceit.
What can I say?
J seat.
I'm on one right now. Okay.
You're on something. Danny, here's the rule. It's gag. We have to say our answer at the same time.
Okay.
So we don't manipulate the results.
Because it's
Oh, okay.
too hard to play against otherwise.
Okay.
All right, number 1. Here is your first batch of 3. The sequel to the Russian RPG Sea Dogs 2, was simply renamed Pirates of the Caribbean right before it came out, and they renamed the main ship in the game to the Black Pearl so they could sell it as a companion game to the film.
That sounds like something that they would do.
In IGN's review of Sea Dogs, the original, they said it was, quote, one booty call you don't want to miss.
No, come on.
And finally,
Come on.
the 2007 Capcom title, Pirates Call of Booty, is essentially Leisure Suit Larry with a pirate. That title again. Pirates Call of Booty.
Okay, do you know which one you think is the lie?
Oh my
Don't
god,
say
they
it.
all sound like lies.
The first one, I was like, oh, no, that's probably true. The next 2 are definitely lies. I don't care what anyone tells me. All right, so on the
All right.
count of 3, I'll say 1, 2, 3, and then we'll say A, B, or C, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, C.
A.
Okay, so you think
I think it's C, and Danny thinks it's A.
Yeah.
it's C. Although I'm
You were so happy you
surprised.
came up with
I
this,
was
didn't you?
extremely proud of myself for coming up with Pirates Call of Booty,
Yeah.
which I don't think is a real game.
Don't Google it.
Ah, damn it.
It's a real something.
Yeah. And
Peterson
yeah, that
gets
Sea
1
Dogs
point.
2 thing is hilarious because it was like a legit game.
That just shocks me.
And they're
'cause
like, nah,
That's
make
so
it Pirates.
stupid.
Make it Pirates of the Caribbean. They put in a cutscene at the beginning, a cutscene at the end, and then they changed the name of the ship, and they're like,
Nailed
that,
it.
that shit would
Nailed
not
it.
fly nowadays.
No,
Like,
no.
I'm just sitting here being like, no.
no, this is 2004
No.
shit, and this was like a PC game only because it was it was like
Yeah.
so they were like, I'm sure they had like, yeah. Anyway, okay,
Wow. Okay.
all right.
Danny's like, no.
I don't want it to be true.
Refuse to accept.
So 1 point for Peterson. Let's do this next one. Okay. In Assassin's Creed Black Flag, your character works as a playtester in the real-world Ubisoft Montreal studios who are contracting for the bad guys of the series. In 1992, Japan's Talonsoft ported their game Age of Sail to U.S. markets, but because of a miscommunication, it was sold as Age of Sail, S-A-L-E, and often sorted alongside other business softwares. And in Sid Meier's Pirates from 1987,
I haven't played that one.
the game had copy protections. Players were asked what time certain treasure ships were arriving in port, and if the time in the game didn't match the time in the real world, the game would become insanely difficult.
That does sound like something that would happen. Okay, read the first one again.
In Assassin's Creed Black Flag, your character works as a playtester at the real-world Ubisoft Montreal studios who are contracting for the bad guys in the series.
So your character is... Like,
Kind of like how they used to have, what was his name? Desmond? Mm-hmm. But then they kind of got rid of him in Assassin's Creed 3.
Because he died.
Yeah.
okay.
They just threw that entire plot line out the window, and they're like, never mind.
Good enough. Now we can do anything.
They're gonna Star
Main
Wars
guy's
it.
Dead. Yeah, yeah. Main guy's dead. Let's do whatever we want.
All right. Do you know which one have you picked one?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. On 1, 2, 3.
A.
B.
Way to go.
Is B?
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh!
I just made that up from whole cloth.
Read it again.
In 1992, Japan's Talonsoft ported their game Age of Sail to U.S. markets. First of all, Talonsoft was a Boston studio. But because of a miscommunication...
I knew that. That's how I knew.
I was just
I
like,
was
oh
like,
my
wait,
God,
Talonsoft? That's
out
Boston.
Boston? I know them chowder heads. It was sold as Age of Sail and often sorted with business software.
Oh my gosh.
That
That was
seems-
a good lie.
Thank you.
It was good.
Thank you. The Assassin's Creed Black Flag thing is hilarious because you're literally going into the
Oh my gosh.
the main studio in first person.
That sounds
Wow.
like
in which
something
the game
Ubisoft would
was
do.
made, and then you ride the same elevator and everything, and then you get in. You're a playtester because in this universe, Ubisoft is now. So they've invented this technology in Assassin's Creed that allows you to travel back in time or visit via your genes. This idea that your genetic code has all the memories of the past people that contributed to it.
That makes sense.
Yeah, total sense. It's not like a very small amount of data or anything that we can definably trace. But yeah, so you eventually this technology becomes commonplace enough that they're making like video game type of stuff around it, and Ubisoft is making it, but Ubisoft is in fact contracting for Abstergo Industries, who are like the main bad guy of the studio or the game. They're like a megacorp, and Ubisoft doesn't know better. And
That
it's pretty
sounds like
funny.
something Ubisoft
Because like you
would
go
do.
through the studios, and like I talked to Hamill, and he's like, "Yeah, it's the same. Like you look out the windows and see the same vistas that the employees
That
who made
is
the
so
game
wild.
see." It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's
They
such a
did
trip.
something similar in... Was it Division?
Yeah, I think so.
Where
they
they-
had the
they
Ubisoft
had
studios
their
in Division,
Ubisoft
but it was just like the
studio down there.
outside
Yeah.
of the New York studio
Yep.
versus like this took place in it
Yeah.
as a person that worked there. It was pretty funny.
Just sounds like something they would do.
All right, let's see if Peterson could go 3 for 3 because I already lost.
I can.
I guess. Yeah,
And I
this is
will.
tough. Okay. THQ's Age of Pirates Captain Blood was notable for being the first pirate game ever to let you select which side to wear your eye patch on. Number 2, the main character
important.
from the Monkey Island video games is called Guybrush Threepwood. And there are 11 Pirates of the Caribbean video games.
He could have just changed that number on the last one.
Yeah.
But okay.
Man, I feel so bad I haven't played these games, so I'm like,
I know. I
Context
believe
clues.
I know which one. Okay.
Okay, do it.
Read A again.
THQ's Age of Pirates Captain Blood was notable for being the first pirate game ever to let you select which side to wear your eye patch
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Okay.
You ready?
Sure.
1, 2, 3.
B.
A.
Peterson goes 3 for 3.
Damn it.
Is A?
He's got a sniffer for my bullshit.
I was like, I can't keep saying A.
It was,
and I was
knew it
running
was,
out of juice.
Guy, what's his name?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Threepwood. Yep.
I
did
ran
know
out of
that.
good ones. And then this last one, I was like, I gotta go. I can't keep making these up or finding details. I opened almost every single page in that
Oh my
Wikipedia
gosh.
category. Saying,
So
looking
many
for-
pages.
Looking for deets.
Looking for deets.
Only found a few. All right, so that is all of our reindeer games. And what time are we at?
1:30. So
We'll wrap this up.
Yep.
Dice of Destiny.
All right, Dice of Destiny is this fun little game we play at the end of every episode in which we roll a 20-sided dice with 20 different game genres assigned to it. Then we roll a 6-sided dice to see how much money we can spend on it. And then finally, we roll a dice to see who has to play a game, find a game for that, in that genre, for that price, pick it, play it, review it. And I rolled recently a racing game.
Yeah.
For less than $20 or some stupid cheap amount.
Yep.
And so I went digging. And if you guys knew this, Jenna is playing Ori, so my computer is not available to me anymore. So Steam was out. And so I went venturing into the Nintendo Switch store.
Which is kind of hard to find
anything in.
Yeah, like it's a little tough because I never do my Dice of Destiny game in there for that reason.
But I was pleasantly surprised.
Okay.
They had a ton of sales on, which I thought never happens. And I found this game called...
Oh, no, it happens. It doesn't happen for Nintendo games.
Oh,
It happens on all the indie games. They're
Oh.
like on sale all the time.
Yeah.
The Nintendo games, forget
Can you add
it.
games to your wish list on Nintendo Switch?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I gotta start doing that because I didn't realize that was the thing.
Yeah,
I just
you
thought they
can-
just straight up didn't do
Oh,
sales.
yeah. No,
They send
don't.
you an email too for when they go on sale.
Oh, shit. Okay, I will do that. So anyway, this game I picked up is called Space Ribbon Slipstream to the Extreme.
Wait, I didn't hear that last part.
Space ribbon, slipstream to the extreme.
You can't use ribbon and extreme in the same name. That doesn't make sense.
This is an extreme ribbon.
Ribbons are extreme.
Ribbon.
Ribbony.
Ribbon.
Ribbons are extreme.
Anyway, this game is basically the Rainbow Road from Mario Kart.
Oh my god.
Writ large. That's it. It's just that. You have a bunch of different carts. You upgrade.
What are they? What are they like? Carts or are they cars or are
You
they
have cars. You have hovercraft
Okay.
types of things. You have everything. It's just like a bunch of.
You're not like a big
vehicles.
gorilla in a tiny little cart.
No, actually, there's no character. I don't think person
just
other
a
than
vehicle.
the tiger or panda. I think that is vomiting out the track in front of you.
Oh, like the
So you're chasing.
That's how the track comes
You're chasing a tiger's head that is vomiting the track, and you're trying to get to the tiger because that's how you win. So technically, if you say it's just the three of us racing together and we're battling back and forth, and none of us can get a lead, that race could technically go on forever. There is no finish line until
Wow.
you
You
can
gotta
catch
catch
it.
it.
Yeah. So if you keep screwing up and
Interesting.
falling off the track, that thing is gone. And the other thing,
God.
the other thing that was really cool is that it's the slipstream. That's like the main gameplay like mechanic is that you get behind another car into their draft, and you can draft off of them. And the longer you stay, so if you're way far back and you start seeing these tiny little blue like chevrons on the ground, and they're like these ghosts of their slipstream, and then as you get closer the slipstream becomes more solid, and then once you get right into someone's slipstream you just get so fast that they literally like you go past them so fast. And so when you're up front you're looking for other people's slipstreams, but you're also managing.
Are you like swerving on the track so they can't
you're
stay
swerving
on
behind
it?
you. There's like things in some of the battle modes where you can get like you become a ghost so they can't get in your slipstream. That also makes it though when you're a ghost, the downside is that there's bumper. So like when you go bowling and there's like the
bumpers.
assistance bumpers.
Yeah.
Some levels have them, some don't. But if you go into a ghost mode and they have bumpers, you go
through 'em.
right through them, then you go off the map.
Ooh.
So that's like the trade-off. So there's a lot of cool, fun mechanics that I haven't seen in a kart racer before. This cost me 49 cents. It was 90% off. It normally retails for $4.99. Absolutely worth it for a $5 quarantine game. And if you had other people in the house, like if I had a couple people to play this on Switch with, it would be perfect. It is so dumb. It's also on Steam. It's everywhere. It's just like a little indie game.
Yeah.
And it's called Space Ribbon Slipstream to the Extreme. I would say because it's $5
It's so
at
cheap.
most, buy it at any price.
There is a
A demo.
a demo on Steam, so you
Yeah.
can try it out and play it a little bit.
Yeah, and it's like a throwaway. It's like a step above a mobile game essentially.
Yeah.
But at 49 cents, if you can get it for that, absolutely, it's a must buy. I have a weird. I'll say a caveat. I have a weird affinity for like shitty kart racers and like Mario Kart knockoffs because I felt like I kept just picking those up on PS2 and Dreamcast growing up. Just like
you wanted
here's
to
a
play 'em.
$5 game, and I was like, it's fun. It's got Looney Tunes in it, and I was
Yeah.
like, I can play this for a couple hours. So like I see these and I just like kind of I'm taken back, and there was a bunch of them on N64 too. So that is that's my review. Space
go.
Ribbon Slipstream to the Extreme. All right, that means we've got a
That name.
I know it's awesome, right? All right, grab me that D20. Nice.
20 cider.
And we're gonna roll now for a genre. Is that a six?
Six.
Okay, so the sixth is. Oh my god! How is this back on the dock at
What is
all? It's a horror.
Yeah!
I knew it. I was like, it's going to be a $60 horror game.
Put me in,
and
coach.
I'm going to end up playing Resident Evil.
Oh, put me in, coach.
Okay, we'll give Danny 3. I need a break, so
Wait, so you'll get one. Well,
I'll do-
look. So you'll be 1, I'll be 2, 3, she'll be 4, 5, and then 6 will be a reroll.
Okay. It's a 4.
Danny.
Yes!
Okay, so
Wait.
Danny is playing a horror
I'm
game,
in.
and then let's figure out the
The
price.
max price.
50 bucks.
$50,
So
okay.
pretty much any game besides Resident Evil. Is it 3 the one they just did?
Yeah, the remaster.
Yeah. Because that'll be $60.
I'm actually going to be playing 2 horror games this week then, because...
Oh my gosh. She already knows.
Well, so my friends over at Dead Thread Games just released their title, We Went Back, on Steam today. It is
Tight.
free. Go play it.
What's it called?
We Went Back.
We Went Back.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's just a shout out for them. So I know I'm going to be playing that this week. It's just a short form time looping horror game on the moon. And then I'll go buy a new one.
Wait, did you ever play that? What was
Which
that
one?
one? The like 1-bit.
World of Horror?
Is that the one where it was 1-bit and it was like Japanese?
Yes.
Did you play it?
I've watched some like streams of it.
Because you could play that one.
I could play that one. I actually might.
That came up on my like recommended games list, and I was like, "This is the one Danny talked." It looks
Yeah.
terrifying.
I have so many options. I'm just going to go into my wish list and just be like,
Dude.
"Woo."
There are cool options in that. I'll say there's a lot cool
So
options.
stoked.
Stoked. Okay, I'm
Okay.
on this.
All right. Well,
There we go.
that's it.
Here we are.
This is
Here
the
we
Pretty
are.
Great Gamer Show. All right, guys. Drop into our Discord. We're doing a lot of fun stuff there. We're keeping shit
Do it.
fresh.
Get in there.
If you want to chit chat or game with anyone, you can always hop on there and say what up.
Check it out.
All right, that does it for us this week. I'm JD logging off.
This is Peterson going AFK.
And Danny Powers walking the plank.
Yar!
We burn up the city, we're really a fright. Drink up, me hearties, yo ho. We're rascals, scoundrels, villains, and knaves.
Peterson Productions. Oh, yeah.
Man, I really like that pirate music. I kind of wish I could hear more.
A finger curls.
Wait, what? No. I thought we were done with that.
Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is
No,
free.
please.
You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a wretched deed. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a wretched deed. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a wretched deed. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a wretched deed. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a wretched deed. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a wretched deed. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a wretched deed. Do what you want, 'cause a pirate is free. You are a pirate. Do what
Please
you
don't
want,
do
'cause a
this.
pirate is free. You are a pirate. You're our favorite indeed. Being a pirate is a wretched deed.